the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. Don't be scared. Just open up. Don't be scared. Back. I won't stop, I'ma fight until there's nothing left. It's so on, you're gonna be hurting bad, cause I've been to hell and back. You don't wanna make me mad, I stay strong, you will never see me crack. And if you get in my way, you're gonna feel the wrath. Gotta say it to my face while he's looking back. Mirror breaks after math, when I hate I attack. I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. Don't be scared. Just open up. Don't be scared. Love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend.
Welcome back to another episode here on our beautiful channel. My name is The Wolf, and thank you to each and every single one of you for your beautiful and amazing support. So first of all, if you're not already done so, please do subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell so then you can then be notified when we upload a brand new video. So I hope that you enjoyed that little diddy time lapse right at the beginning of this episode today, because we just wanted to try and get this here built up before actually coming into the episode today. So we are literally working very slowly, going through our officers. We've got our electric in, we're getting our water sorted. So we are getting there, we are working through, which is great. I love that. So like I promised, right, yeah, by the end of this episode today, we will be getting in prisoners. So there will be probably like another one little diddy widdy time lapse for you beautiful people, just to speed things up right here to get those prisoners in for this episode. Well, cough on that if you need to cough. So as we like going along, so like we now got our officers here right here, we've got all of our beautiful workers in, so we can then get everything all sorted. So what we just now needing to do is make sure that we now getting in all of our beautiful objects in place, ready to go for our beautiful reception area here for the bad people, as they say, because we needing to make sure that they can come in, get dealt with, and then get taken onto their holding cell, ready to be then moved over to their long-term cell if they're being naughty people. So that's what we're going to be doing, and I think that's going to be enough tables. I think. I say I think. I'm not too sure. So what we are going to do here very quickly, we are just going to move this probably actually right here. I think that's going to be better off there. Let's go in and get our objects. Let's then get our office chair in, and then what we can then do right here, just to really make this really a bit more kind of like a naughty person area, we are just going to chuck in some of this here in as well. So this here is all now kind of sorted. It's looking really good, and we're now going to go into our holding cell. So in our holding cell, we do need to make sure that it is enclosed, surrounded by walls and doors, which that will be done because we have got a door there. We do need to make sure that we have got that should be encased there anyway. So I am just going to see what's going to happen with that one. So we just need to place in some toilets, get that in place, and then we're going to then go for some beds, because we need to have some beds in, and we're just going to unpack them into there. At this moment of time, it's perfectly fine and that for what we kind of like doing with this, because we don't want nothing too fancy for them, because it is only like a little loading cell. That's perfectly fine. Now I don't seem to get why this here is not actually fully enclosed for that one. I just do not know why that is. So we are going to now come straight into here. We're going to slow this down, and we're actually now going to start bringing in our large water pipes. So our large water pipes, we are going to bring them straight down, and we're actually going to keep them out of the necessary area because of people trying to escape prison and etc. So we're just wanting this to be as done as carefully as physically possible. Of course, we can actually send that over to there as well to get that ready to go. And now we can now start inserting these little bits here as well. Now I don't understand why this here is this like saying it's not surrounded by walls and doors, because it is. We have got that there, so I just don't understand why it's being like a total idiot with that. So as we're now going into here, okay, we're actually going to pop into our quick build, and we can actually now bring in our improved cells, which has actually got a shower and a toilet, everything what we need. And we can actually now just plump these in straight down, and hopefully it doesn't really matter about this bottom section here, because we can work around that. I kind of like measured this up one a little bit while I was building, because I didn't know that I would be doing this as such, but that's okay. We can actually get around that quite easily, to be honest with you. So we're going to now just place some of these up. We're going to place that into there, then we're going to place another one there, and then another one there as well. So this is actually going to have all our walls and etc. Like that. So this is our holding cell. I think I know what's actually happened there, because the holding cell area, if we just have a look here, I think what we've done here is actually done that there. So that now should be okay. And now we're just now needing to sort out the canteen and etc. with this as well. So this here is actually going to be our canteen area. So we're actually going to go now into a room and get this designated as being a canteen and a kitchen. So we've got our canteen and we've also now got a kitchen. Keeping in mind we've actually got everything what we need as best as possible with this. So we're actually going to now go straight into here. Okay, and we're actually going to now get our tables. We're actually going to be going for larger tables for this one. Whip these in just like this. Making sure that we've got plenty of seats in for this. So what we are going to do actually, let's just set that one up there. Set that up. One there, and one there like that. And again here with this one. One there, and one there. And then maybe we can put the rest of the stuff there as well. So we are just going to whip around now, sort this out, and then of course we've got like a single side table to there as well. So we do need to get a serving table, which is quite important. So we actually got 2 serving tables. And we then needing to go for what else do we need in here? Oh yes, let's get a bin, because we're needing to make sure that we've got a bin as well, like that. And then let's get some fire sprinkle system in place as well, so we can actually make sure that this here does not go up in flames, because we definitely do not want that happening within the prison, because they will start a riot, and we just need to make sure that we're actually as safe as possible as we're doing this. So this here will need a lot of water coming in, and that's perfectly fine. We can work around that as needed. So we can just place some of these sprinklers in each of these rooms and these corridors, because this is really massively important. So we're also going to be placing some of these actually into the offices as well, just to make sure that it's all actually massively secure. And then also here into this little area here as well. Yet again, just to make sure that if a fire does spread, it's not going to cause any issues overall. And then of course straight into here. And of course we're now needing to also get our warden in. And we can then also start getting everything else in then ready to bring in our prisoners in as well, which is quite important to get done. So I know that the audience cell is not massively big or suited, and it's actually quite crowded. There is a reason that we're not going to bother too much with the audience cell side of things at this moment of time, because they're only going to be in there for like a couple of days anyway. So that's what we're going to be doing for this. And now what we can do is, with us actually placing the water into these cells with the showers and the toilet, we can actually place extra sprinkles in pretty much near where the water pipes are actually going to go, just to make things just a tad easier. So I've actually just noticed here as well that we're actually needing some electrical cable So we're actually just going to whip this over to here to make that just a little bit better. This over to here, just to bring this electrical cable into here. And we're needing to make sure that everything's all connected up to the electrics. And this is pretty much how it's going to look like. And yet again, we do need to get this place open, ready to go for our prisoners by the end of this episode. So now that we got our main pipes in, we can now come straight down with a smaller pipes for the sprinkler system, like so. Hopefully some of these sprinkler systems can actually connect up to these bigger pipes, just to make it a bit easier. Put these into here, put this into here, and literally this is what it's going to kind of like look like at this moment of time for this. So we have got a bit of a challenge on to definitely get this all looking decent and really good. So definitely one of those real big kind of like challenges which we are facing to really actually get this ready. So let's just whip this over because we do want this looking good, and that's the whole point of this, is to make it look good but also securing the fact that prisoners will try and escape. This is why we're actually placing the main pipes on the outside of the building at this moment of time. So what we can do, just because we can do this, is that if we get a staff door and rotate that round, we can actually place a staff door there for them to come out of that area. And then let's then pop back into the utilities, which is quite important yet again. And then what we can now do is bring in all of these little bits of water coming into these toilets, and the sprinkler system for showers and etc. And then pretty much that is going to be done as much as possible, to say the least. So let's just get this here done straight away, because we do want to make sure that this is looking really nice. So let's just whip this over, whip this over, do this here, do this here, and I think that is all of the water pipes we are needing to do. Oh, besides that one. Besides that one, we forgot about that one. So we've got this here anyway, so we do actually need to get the cleaners in, we do need to get some extra lights in, and we also now needing to get our kitchen built up as quickly as possible. So what we're going to be doing here is that we're going to rotate this amount, and we're actually going to place quite a few cookers down. We're then going to place a few fridges down. Next, we are going to then do our sinks, because yet again we're needing to have a sinks in. The electric situation, we might just have to go around and make sure that's actually secure as well. And then we can then just place some bins in just like that, and then get some wall lights while we're at this as well, to make sure that this is looking nice and bright, because we don't want riots, we don't want people to be killed in the place. So we're needing to make sure that we've got all the major little bits actually covered for the prisoners for this gameplay. So we've now got that sorted. Let's now just have a look at our utilities. We can actually place some water utilities coming around. We can now just add in these bits here. Come into the electrical cable section. And hopefully we can get away with having just that there like that. So all this now is getting sorted. So we've got a canteen, we've got all these here. Why is this not linked up with water? Is there an issue with the pressure of water? Yeah, I think there might be. Yes, so there was a slight issue there for that. So let's just get this here done, and let's then just get in yet again our objects for the wall lights, and let's get this done really quick, because we're wanting this to be as nice as physically possible. Yet again, it's not just like the case that they're in prison, that it's not going to be like a holiday camp. We still need to make it comfortable enough for them, so they're not going to riot. But also we're needing to make sure that everything what we do is going to be of the best possible standard for the prison as well, because don't forget, we are actually losing money. So we do need to get this done now. And we need to make sure that this is looking really nice. Now we can actually go for a grant for this if we wanting to, which we will do, to get this leveled. So as we just whip through this here, let's just grab this here. There we go. So that should now be enough light for that. Then we're then just going to come down here very quickly, and we're actually going to fire some other builders. We're actually going to knock this down to 10, because what we do need to do now is that we're now needing to go and get a warden. The warden is massively important for this. Now I think actually we might need to get rid of some more of the builders. So actually we're just going to have 2 builders at this moment of time, and we're then just going to have 1 warden. Okay, and we're then going to have 1 guard, 2, 3, 4 guards. We're then going to have 3 chefs. Okay, for this. Now as we've done that, and we can now come into here, and we can now come into intake. So for the intake, we can actually just do this here, and we can then get 6,000 each time. So this is actually going to produce 20 prisoners coming in into the prison overall. They have got a yard, and that's perfectly fine. They've got everything what they're needing, and we can now actually go on to our grants, and we're actually going to get this here, right? Basic detention, build an audience cell, shower, yard, kitchen, canteen, at least 2 guards and 2 cooks. We've got that in place, and that is perfectly fine. And for some reason they're stating that we're not built a shower. So what we are going to do very quickly, we're actually going to come back into the objects. We're actually going to sell objects, or dismantle some objects there. And then what we can then do is then insert some shower sections up, come into the room, and then we can then go straight into if I can find it, grab a shower. Okay, and we're just going to do that there. Now this here is kind of like stating it needs to be enclosed around, which is kind of a bit of an annoyance. So what we are going to do here very quickly is dismantle this object here, come into our walls. We're actually going to bring this down here, bring this over to here, and then we're going to then just place like a large type cell door in into there. Let's get a room and let's sort out our holding cell. Okay, just like that. And now that is now done. So we should now have done our little area there. So that is pretty much to what we are needing to do for this. Now we do need to get some cleaners in. Now for cleaners, what we're needing to do is actually to come into our research and development side of things, which is up here and for this. So we're actually going to go and get a finance. We're then going to go into our maintenance because we can then get cleaning, and which is quite important. So we're actually going to do that straight away. So literally there is, I think everything's all been built anyway, which is perfectly fine. So I'm actually really happy about that. So literally we are going to leave it to that point because we have actually got our prisoners coming in. They're actually due to come in actually very soon, in the next 2 hours on the in-game, of course, because we have actually got it fast forwarding. So as they're actually coming in, I would like to say a big thank you and that to everybody who's actually come later to join us today on this episode. Please do follow us on all of our social media. Literally all the links are all down below, including our Facebook, Twitter, also to our TikTok and etc. So thank you so much. Please do take care, and till next time, as always, from myself, it's a ciao for now, and we will see you all later. It's a bye for now. Bye.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the